After spending 25 years in prison for taking the fall for his boss, the man was finally released. But when he stepped out, there was no one there to greet him. Later, at the banquet his boss had arranged in his honor, he was humiliated, seated at the far end of the table. Furious, he couldn't help but recall how, before his incarceration, he had been the second in command of the gang. Now, his former subordinates treated him with disdain. His position had been taken by the boss's son, and to add insult to injury, he was exiled to a remote town called Tulsa. The man said little, but his resolve was clear. He left the banquet without looking back. Upon arriving in Tulsa, he quickly assessed the town and set his sights on a pharmacy that lacked security cameras. Wasting no time, he subdued the security guard and forced the store owner to hand over the books. Satisfied with what he saw, the man demanded the owner open the safe. He then proposed a deal. From that moment on, he would take 20% of the store's profits in exchange for his protection against local gangs. The owner had no choice but to agree. With this, the man made his first fortune in Tulsa, a solid $200,000. His name was Jack. At 75 years old, Jack was determined to build an empire in Tulsa. He hired a cab driver named Mike to be his personal chauffeur and tasked him with buying a car on his behalf. However, when Mike arrived at the dealership, he was racially profiled by the sales staff, who accused him of being a drug dealer and threatened to call the police if he didn't leave. Humiliated, Mike had no choice but to walk away. When Jack learned of what had happened, he stormed into the dealership and marched straight into the manager's office. There, he gave the manager a lesson about the consequences of racial discrimination. By the time he left, Jack had negotiated a deal to purchase a brand new car at half the price, driving it off the lot as a reminder that no one would disrespect him or his people ever again.